Hi everybody, Patty Dooley here with Tupperware. Um, I'd like to take the time today and show you how to cook a whole chicken in our stack cooker. Right here I have the whole chicken. We're going to do the whole thing in here. Probably in about 20 minutes it will be cooked and be nice and juicy. But before I do that, I want to just tell you a little bit about the stack cooker. With the stack cooker, it's meant to be cooked in. You can use it for longer periods of time in the microwave instead of some things you use in the microwave to simply reheat. You can actually cook, like we'll be doing a raw chicken in this, and it'll be done when we finish the recipe. The stack cooker comes in sections. This is the lid, which you can also turn over. Instead of this way, you can turn over this way. And like I do a Mexican meal that does the rice dish on the bottom, the casserole in the middle, and the dessert here in the top. It also has a colander that you can use, like browning meats and stuff like that in the microwave. You can set the colander down into the second one, and as you're cooking your meat, all the fats and stuff will drain out of the meat, so that helps there. And it has the middle section, which is 1 3/4 quarts. And then it has the bottom, which is 3 quarts. You can make soups and everything in this. Today we're just going to be using the 3-quart section and the 1 3/4 quart section and the cone. It comes with a cone, so if you want to make meatloaf or bundt cakes or something like that, sticky buns, you just simply put the cone down in here, fill it in with whatever you're cooking, and it comes out just like a bundt cake. We'll be using the cone today. And also, when you're done cooking and you want to store it in the refrigerator or take it somewhere with you, it comes with 2 seals. They're liquid airtight seals that fit the container. And you can serve right out of this. And then if you have leftovers or things, you just stick it in the refrigerator with the seal on it. Or you can take it with you somewhere to a party or function or wherever you're going and know that it's liquid and airtight. So today, like I said, we're going to be cooking a whole chicken. And for that, I'm going to be putting the cone inside the 3-quart. Now here is my chicken. It weighs roughly 3 pounds. And it's completely thawed. You don't want to put it in here frozen. You want to make sure that your meat is thawed and, good room temperature and stuff. And just to save some time, I took my fingers and I went up underneath the skin and I moved it away from the chicken so I can get in here and spice the stuff. Now you don't want to contaminate your spices and stuff, so you want to make sure you have something that you can put it in your hand. Like I'm using 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of salt here, and then I'll just use that to get up underneath there because I want to season the meat and not just the outside of the skin, so that the meat has flavor. And so I'm just rubbing some salt in here, getting it in on the legs and the thigh area, and making sure that's all seasoned. And then I'm going to take and put the other salt, the other half, and just rub it down inside of the chicken so you can season the meat there. And then I'm also using some a half a tablespoon, or no, 1 tablespoon here of, it's a lemon rosemary spice, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to get down up underneath the skin, like I said, because I want to season the meat as well, not just the outside of the skin, and make sure it has flavor all the way through. Now you can use any kind of herbs. You can do Mexican herbs, you can do Greek herbs, you can do all kinds of stuff, whatever your preference is. Just whatever type of dish you're doing. You're doing an Italian dish, you can use Italian herbs and seasonings, stuff like that. And I want to make sure I get up inside there as well. Here we're going to want to season the chicken with some paprika. And the chicken doesn't get brown like it does when it's cooked in the oven, so you're going to want to give it some color. This is a preference, you don't have to, but Some people like to. I like to put it on there. Just like I said, it gives it that color. And I like the paprika taste. So we'll just color the skin here. Put a little bit, just go ahead and rake it on there. And we're just going to pat it on. Not necessarily have to do the back side, but I guess we can. We'll sprinkle some more of the lemon rosemary flavoring on here. Just kind of pat that in. Because I've put it under the skin on the other side, I didn't really puncture the skin on this side. And we're going to salt this side a little bit. Kind of pat that on there. And then just take a little bit of the paprika and rub this in. Whew, a little bit too much there. It's okay. Now this would be, the paprika really go with some curry spices here. Okay, now we see we have the, where the chicken legs are. We're going to move this over, set this here. Now on average, chicken, or meat rather, cooks 6 minutes a pound in the microwave. Mine's a 1250 watt microwave, and so it may not take as long as others. But what I've done is I've set the chicken down on the cone right here, and then set the chicken right there in the center. Let me clean my hands off here a minute. And then from there, I really don't have to add any juices or anything to this because the meat's going to make its own juices. And so I'm just going to turn the second part, the 1 3/4 part, and set it on top like this. Now this will not lock in place or anything. You're just setting it on top of there because it makes room for the tall chicken sitting in there. So I'm going to put this in the microwave, probably 3 pounds, 18. I'm going to say about 22 minutes. Just give it a little extra time. And when we come back in 22 minutes, I'll show you what the chicken looks like. So just stick with us. Okay, so I've got the chicken out of the microwave. I let it cook. I kind of bumped it up a little bit. It's about 23, 24, 25 minutes, somewhere in there. And then you just let it set for 5 minutes because it's going to continue cooking. And I will tell you, because the lid does not seal when you're cooking, make sure you get something, pot holders or something, because the steam does come out. And always open the lid away from your face so the steam doesn't hit you and burn you. Now as you can see here, the chicken is cooked. I will recommend buying a meat thermometer until you learn your microwave, so that way you can go in and check the temperature of the meat to make sure that it's done at the bone. But I've done mine several times in here, so I've learned my microwave and I've learned what what time to put it on. And so I'm going to take the chicken here out of the thing, and like I said, it's very hot. And we're just going to sit it here and let it cool a little bit. Now as you can see, I don't know if you can see very well, but all the juices have run down into the bottom. Now you can save these juices and make a nice sauce and stuff for going over your meats. And it's full of flavor. It's concentrated, so it's full of flavor. But what I'm going to do with mine in a little while is I'm going to chop it up and make like a chicken Alfredo type dish. But you can see with the paprika and stuff on there how it colors the chicken, and it looks nice and golden and done. And the juices are running clear, and it smells wonderful with the lemon rosemary seasoning on it. And then once it cools, you'll be able to take the cone out from the bottom here. Like I said, it's very hot, so you want to be very careful when you do this. And there you have it. You have had a whole chicken cooked in the microwave from start to finish in what, say 25 minutes tops. No having to turn the oven on, no having to stand there and watch it boil or anything like that. it's completely done and ready to go. Now all you have to do is just fix your sides. So like if you're just going to cut it up into pieces and serve it, that's great. Use your juices for your sauces. And like I said, there you have a whole chicken cooked in the microwave. Look at that. It's, the meat's just coming off right there. You can still see how juicy it is. Look at that. The bone just comes out because it's done. So I appreciate you stopping by and learning how to use the stack cooker to cook a whole entire chicken in less than 25 minutes. And that allows you to have time to do other things while the chicken is cooking. So I appreciate you watching, and if you want to learn how to use a stack cooker, just contact me. We can do a party at your home, and we can make soups or anything that you like in it. So you have a great day, and I appreciate you watching. Bye.